Part 28. I'm just being paid to be on a dating show, why do you choose me? Author, Qingzhou Se. Chapter 273. The scene was very noisy, and Zhao Jingquan did not ask anyone to control the scene immediately. This kind of vibration effect was what he wanted. Now not only the new shareholders have lost confidence in Huanyu, but the old shareholders are also in need of some subversive news to stimulate them. The discussion lasted for 2 or 3 minutes before Chen Tianhui asked everyone to be quiet. The reporter from the financial column held up the microphone and smiled and said, "No wonder Huanyu is holding this press conference at this time. Let me ask the last question, Director Zhao, do you think the new project with Director Zhao Chunsheng can save Huanyu's stock market?" Zhao Jingquan said with a smile, "I can only say that we will do our best to make Huanyu better. We also hope that Huanyu's shareholders will trust us. We admit that we have shortcomings. This press conference is not just because we have new products, we just started the project to show everyone our sincerity. If there are any problems, we will definitely correct them. There is a reason why Huanyu is chosen by so many outstanding people." After answering the 3 questions, there was some sparse applause. This press conference has been successful so far, and there are responses and countermeasures without hesitation. However, the expressions on many people's faces were a bit strange. The reporter who was called first had a reason. Even if there was no communication in advance, the relationship with Huanyu must be good. The questions seemed tricky, but they all turned out to be exactly what he wanted. Not only did he respond to the conflict between Chen Shen and Huanyu, but he also told everyone not to panic. Zhao Chunsheng was also captured by us. At the same time, he also used Chen Shen to choose Huanyu to tell everyone that there is a reason why so many people choose Huanyu. The staff began to pass the microphone around, this time grabbing it. Wherever the staff went, people immediately stood up and stretched out their hands. In the live broadcast room, Feng Xiaokai's voice sounded, "Brother, come on, Erbe Iwenzi, I don't have any other meaning, I just want to make friends, I have them, I'm really panicking, I'll wait until he leaves. Come here, can you give me the microphone? Ha ha ha, thank you." The barrage in the live broadcast room started to buzz with questions. The second reporter was a woman. She got the microphone and asked, "Hello leaders of Huanyu, my first question is, based on your answer, Director Zhao, can I think that Huanyu admitted that Chen Shen influenced Huanyu, however, Huanyu does not rely on him. He chose to sign with Huanyu. Is Huanyu good enough?" As soon as this issue came out, there were a lot of people in the live broadcast room who just put Zhao Jingquan's vague words into the light. Zhao Jingquan's smile faded and he leaned slightly towards the microphone. "Hello, any entertainment company that only relies on one person is unhealthy. We cannot advocate this kind of corporate culture. As for whether Huanyu is good or not, no parents will think that they are is the child not doing well." Female reporter, if I remember correctly, it was initially rumored that Chen Shen signed with Yuan Media, which caused Yuan Media's stock to rise sharply. Then Huanyu took the initiative to announce that Chen Shen actually signed with Huanyu. When the news came out, as of before you issued the lawyer's letter, Huanyu's stock had risen by 1/3. Under such circumstances, did Huanyu still feel that it could not rely on a certain person? The year before last, another entertainment company was Haihua Entertainment, because its first brother was also the news of Wang Yiwen's departure caused the stock to almost collapse. Sorry, I said a lot. What I mean is it possible that entertainment companies have to rely on a certain person and then find ways to copy this person's achievements? This is the current situation. The right corporate culture for Times Entertainment. Before the female reporter could answer her tirade on stage, Feng Xiaokai whispered in the live broadcast room, "Brothers, let's make a bet. I bet that she will definitely buy Huanyu's stock. Do you believe it or not?" Perhaps because he saw the live broadcast data, Feng Xiaokai immediately said, 200,000 people? That's awesome. Brothers, my father Chen's food tastes really good. Don't worry, I will lead the charge for my father Chen later. Whoever is cowardly, please pay attention to me, brothers. On the stage, a group of happy leaders looked at each other, all feeling troubled. The female reporter looked baby-faced, and the questions she asked were more serious than the last. This question is too difficult to answer. There are also practical examples. Huan Yu said that entertainment companies cannot rely on one person. She said that you rely on Chen Shenzhong for 1/3 of the market value. This cannot be relied on? The neighbor also said that you can't rely on one person, but as soon as it was reported that one of his brothers was going to run away, the stock collapsed. So, is it a problem of your happiness? It's good that Huan Yu is the big brother, but Haihua Entertainment is the new big brother. It was as famous as Yuan Media in the past few years. Then suddenly it was reported that Wang Yiwen had left, and the stock collapsed. It has not recovered yet. Chen Tianhui was about to speak when Zhao Jingquan spoke again. First of all, it's not a question of whether we can rely on it. This is a two-way choice. The end of a cooperative relationship depends on the wishes of both parties. Also, I still believe that the platform is greater than the individual, such as Huanyu Zhao Jingquan can still run without me. This is the most correct system. Therefore, we also say that we have shortcomings. However, we are working hard to find a breakthrough. Director Zhao Chunsheng, who created the myth of romance, also chose to cooperate with us. Times create heroes. As you said, is it more important to create a situation or to be a hero? Before Zhao Jingquan finished speaking, Chen Tianhui started rubbing his temples. Not everyone can tolerate these tricky questions. Even before you go to the poker table, you think you can win. But once you get to the table, it's hard to tell. The boss's answer is obviously going to intensify the conflict. The question is from Chen Shen's point of view. She obviously supports Chen Shen. The more she doesn't recognize Chen Shen's ability, the more she will hold on to you. Of course, from the boss's point of view, he couldn't belittle Huanyu's recognition of Chen Shen, which was equivalent to hitting himself in the face. Sure enough, as soon as Zhao Jingquan finished speaking, the discussion below began again. This answer was very crazy. Zhao Jingquan meant that Huanyu could run completely even without Chen Shen, let alone leaving him. What is Chen Shen? It is the times that create heroes. Heroes are of course important, but if they can't cooperate, the melons that are forced are not sweet. Therefore, Huanyu's countermeasure is to seize the times. Since Chen Shen, the hero, can't cooperate, then create another hero. This is why he found Zhao Chunsheng to cooperate. Not to mention, if this answer is read by people who don't like Chen Shen, most of them will think it makes sense. How many people have become popular in the ups and downs of the entertainment industry? How many people have fallen? The old-fashioned big brothers who are still standing are those who have seized the times and created heroes. Huanyu's goal is this. The female reporter barely hesitated and picked up the microphone again. I heard some people talking about it. Indeed, I bought Huanyu's stocks. This is also the main reason why I strive to attend this press conference. I am an entertainment reporter and a small shareholder of Huanyu. However, I didn't buy the stocks for Huanyu itself, I bought the stocks for Chen Shen, so my words may seem a bit harsh. I think Huanyu should recognize the fact that there are too many entertainment methods nowadays, and it is no longer limited to the entertainment industry. Therefore, even the popular works in recent years seem to be just niche culture in the end. The current situation is actually outside the circle. Does Huanyu really have the ability to influence outside the circle? On the contrary, I see this ability in Chen Shen. He has done too many things that have influenced outside the circle. Including myself, I really don't get tired of watching people discuss Chen Shen across platforms. We really hope that Chen Shen's entry into the entertainment industry can make this circle different. Of course, my opinion is just to provide you with a reference. If Chen Shen does not stay in Huanyu, I will definitely not hold Huanyu's stocks. I have no problem. The female reporter sat down after she finished speaking. She did not ask the third question. However, the barrage of more than a dozen live broadcast rooms on the scene was boiling, and they were all asking who this reporter was. What is the biggest hot search for the finale of the Love variety show? It is that the entertainment industry welcomes you, Chen Shen. Too many people have discussed this matter. Why do everyone hope that Chen Shen will go to the entertainment industry? It was because of the sincerity of Chen Shen's 3 songs. In the eyes of the audience, Chen Shen has the talent to turn everything around him into works. It is not an exaggeration to say that this ability is rare in the current entertainment industry. In addition, he can still step back in the midst of the flourishing flowers. Until now, he has not opened a social account, leaving the stage to Su Yuan and Xiaoqing Ai. As he said, he owes them. This is also the result of everyone's discussion afterwards. Chen Shen did not take a bite of the popularity of the Love variety show. More people recognize Chen Shen because of this. What's wrong with being a scum? At least he is an upright man who flirts and takes responsibility. In the exaggerated entertainment industry, Chen Shen's advantages seem to be far less than his disadvantages. Originally, everyone thought that Chen Shen's entry into the entertainment industry would give the entertainment industry a little shock. The result? The entertainment industry gave Chen Shen a blow. Before the Love variety show, he practiced in Black Gold for 2 years and could not debut. After the Love variety show, he signed Huanyu and was sent a lawyer's letter. But can what Chen Shen showed really be treated like this? This is the inner feeling of Chen Shen's fans. At this moment, many people can sympathize with the female reporter, who is defending Chen Shen. They think that the third question of the female reporter is more important than asking it. If you don't agree with Chen Shen, is there any need to ask the third question? Can Huanyu's stock really be saved by such Huanyu? I'm just being paid to be on a dating show, why do you choose me? Author, Qingzhou Se. Chapter 274. Chen Tianhui called out several times before the scene quieted down. The press conference was hastily organized. Those who could come had their own motivations. Some were invited by Huanyu, and some tried their best to get a place, such as Feng Xiaokai. This is an era where you can't cover up the answer. At most, you can only guide the answer. It's hard to say what happened on the scene. Chen Tianhui saw that the boss's face was not good. He rejected Huanyu's face in front of Huanyu's leaders, and he was Huanyu's own shareholder. Chen Tianhui felt that the boss could not answer questions next, otherwise it would be hard to say where this press conference would go. At this time, the host faced the reporter directly. Both sides kept going back and forth, and the workers were calmer. However, the press conference could not be suspended directly. Since the press conference was held, it must be effective. Questions continued. Next, a media friend invited by Huanyu was given a relatively mild question. He kept asking about the development of Huanyu and the specific situation of Zhao Chunzhen's project. He just asked a more harsh question at the end. Why did Zhao Chunzhen choose to cooperate with Huanyu at this time? Did Huanyu pay a huge price? Or is there a conflict between Zhao Chunzhen and Chen Shen? Chen Tianhui was about to speak, but Zhao Jingquan spoke first. I hope everyone can be more objective. Huanyu's market value was 2 billion before Chen Shen, and now Huanyu's market value is over 1.3 billion. Why is it not Huanyu's opportunity? I can tell you for sure that if you still don't trust Huanyu, we will take the way of stock repurchase to save the market, because we think that crises are accompanied by opportunities. Director Zhao Chunsheng chose Huanyu because he trusted our content production and the channels that we have worked hard to manage for so many years. Yang Qingqing chose to stay the same. If it's all our problem, how can we explain that so many partners still trust Huanyu so much? The person who asked the question smiled awkwardly and sat down. Obviously, everyone noticed that Huanyu's boss was a little bit over the moon. The stock crash, some problems at the scene, plus everyone's booing, and even some people were booing, all affected Zhao Jingquan's state. The staff finally came to Feng Xiaokai's side, a bunch of people raised their hands, and the staff gave the microphone to a relatively older reporter. From the perspective of the staff, the older people should be more stable, right? However, the older reporter turned around and handed the microphone to Feng Xiaokai, a man who looked to be in his 20s, very thin and tall. Everyone looked over, and many people were surprised. Many people knew Feng Xiaokai. In the entertainment self-media sector, Feng Xiaokai was very famous. Everyone was surprised that this person came. Why did Feng Xiaokai come? As he said, he really regarded Chen Shen as an idol. He started watching the love variety show after it was halfway through. At the beginning, he treated it as a pastime, but the more he watched, the more he became fascinated. In the 5th episode, he posted 5 videos in one night, all of which were videos to promote the love variety show, and asked everyone to watch it. After being completely involved, the finale must be a dead end for him. As a result, Chen Shen found the best solution, and then began to announce to the whole network that he had been making videos about the entertainment industry for 5 years from an objective perspective, and he had to make a few episodes of Chen Shen's videos from a subjective perspective, and then his fans increased by more than 500,000. From then on, whenever Chen Shen appeared, he would make a video chat or live broadcast at the first time. Feng Xiaokai patted the microphone in his hand, and the live broadcast phone was handed to a buddy behind him, asking him to help shoot. I will also get straight to the point. The first question is, from Mr. Zhao's mouth, I heard you say that Huanyu didn't want to rely on Chen Shen, but it was a forced melon that was not sweet. You said openly and secretly that this matter was Chen Shen's problem, and Chen Shen would not cooperate with Huanyu. So, may I ask, why did Huanyu take the initiative to announce that Huanyu signed Chen Shen? I checked the timeline. At that time, Chen Shen had already returned from Hongdian, which means that you had a conflict. Since you felt that the conflict with Chen Shen could not be resolved, why did you still announce it? And in the end, it was you who sent the lawyer's letter first to say that you could not cooperate. Before that lawyer's letter, Chen Shen didn't say a word. Originally, seeing Feng Xiaokai appear, the scene was a little surprised, and the first question was asked, and the eyes widened. Zhao Jingquan was in a state of excitement, and the people at the scene were more or less a little cautious. Asking too much seemed to make them seem mean. Unexpectedly, the well-known self-media blogger would open his face and open it. Exclamation marks began to fly in the live broadcast room. Yes, didn't you say that it was the other party's problem that they couldn't cooperate? But you were the one who made the decision from the beginning to the end. How do you explain it? Zhao Jingquan and Feng Xiaokai looked at each other. He really didn't expect that someone would dare to ask this question. He didn't control his emotions on purpose, just to make the scene serious so that these people would have concerns. He didn't want everyone's attention to always be on Chen Shen. I held this press conference to fall on Zhao Chunsheng. Zhao Chunsheng backstabbed Chen Shen. Isn't it enough for you to digest? Friend, I suspect that you have deliberately guided some false public opinion to manipulate the stock market. Please pay attention. This may involve defamation. I will answer this question for you. The initial announcement was to refute the rumors. At that time, there were a lot of rumors about Chen Shen's whereabouts. It was just a reasonable rumor refutation. Chen Tianhui said first. Zhao Jingquan glanced at Chen Tianhui and felt a little relieved. Although his answer was very tough, he was defending himself. He said that some things were wrong with the management, and he said that it was wrong for Huanyu. However, at this time, Zhao Jingquan was also a little angry. Is it really like a tiger in troubled waters being bullied by a dog? He said hello to Zhao Chunsheng, and Zhao Chunsheng also clearly told Zhao Jingquan that his coming to Huanyu would definitely arouse public opinion, but he didn't care. The only requirement was to meet all the needs of Zhao Chunsheng's project, which was what he had signed the contract with. This is Zhao Jingquan's confidence. He believes in the vision of old shareholders. The current market value is 1.3 billion. The joining of Zhao Chunsheng and the retention of Yang Qingqing are an improvement on the original value of Huanyu. He has also seen the project himself, and indeed is excellent. It's not like Huanyu has never released hits, so why can't it grasp the so-called current situation? Is Chen Shen's temper really going his way? The contact with Penguin was a disappointment. The worst-case scenario is that after a few years of falling out, Chen Shen's contract is no longer for sale. Anyone who wants to force the purchase will file a lawsuit and put all of Huanyu's losses on Chen Shen. It will inevitably take time to argue and let Chen Shen die in Huanyu. 3 years later, do you still remember this person? Was I right at that time, or were you brainwashed fans right? Do you really think that Huanyu will be manipulated by Chen Shen? As for the stock market, if it falls again, just buy it back. Zai has already made a profit and won't lose much. We have answered this point over and over many times. If you still have questions, I suggest you ask Chen Shen. Zhao Jingquan emphasized again. The camera in the live broadcast room showed Feng Xiaoki. He did not panic. He spoke again. Okay, second question, I asked the car guide Chase Hailet. I have learned about Chen Shen's so-called conflicts in Hongdian and his appearance on Douyin. There are at least 5 or 6 extras. They all said that it is not Chen Shen's problem, and that you take special care of Chen Shen. I know this problem will make you embarrassed, but Chen Shen does not have a social account, so he cannot respond no matter what you say. Zhao Chunsheng, I don't know why he still chooses to cooperate with Huanyu under such circumstances. I just hope you can say a few words objectively. Chen Shen was scolded all the way. He didn't debut in Yanjing for 2 years. And also encountered some bad things. I really feel sorry for this talented young man. Can the entertainment industry not tolerate this person? In front of the screen, Chen Shen had goosebumps all over his body. The barrage is full of woo woo woo. Obviously, the audience sympathized with Feng Xiaoki's words. After Chen Shen became popular, a lot of things in his past were exposed. Fortunately, he didn't do anything bad before. He even got dumped after he had a girlfriend. In his memory, he and his sister cried for several days. When I was in Black Gold, I had a quarrel with my boss because of some unreasonable arrangements, such as going to a company for drinks, engaging in gay sex with male trainees, etc. Even these have been picked off. With hundreds of thousands of people in the live broadcast room, Chen Shen felt a little blushed and moved inexplicably because of this resonance. What Feng Xiaoki said was very serious. If he didn't agree with it in his heart, it would be difficult to say it under such great pressure. Words. Chen Shen sighed slightly. It seems that he still has to coax these people when he has time. He used to think that it doesn't matter what these people do, just live a happy life again, but this group of people really stand up for you from the bottom of their hearts, and it is difficult to ignore. At the scene, Chase Hile smiled helplessly, hesitated for a long time, and then leaned towards the microphone. He will be very happy to see you like this. You don't have to worry about him. He is very professional. He is the most professional person I have seen in so many years. Potential actors are all truthful. Feng Xiaoki bowed slightly to Chase Hile. He was serious. In this environment, for Che's Hyle to say so was already taking care of him. As of the moment when I asked the question, the number of people in the live broadcast room exceeded 250,000, and most of them were people who liked Chen Shen. For Feng Xiaoki, behind every data are living people, which is an unprecedented responsibility. At first, I thought of taking the lead in charging for Chen Shen, but everyone in front of me has already charged, so is there any point in charging by myself? The conflict between Huan Yu and Chen Shen is irreconcilable, so what can be done for Chen Shen? Feng Xiaoki felt that it was nothing more than right and wrong. This contradiction cannot be resolved, so tell those who like Chen Shen that there is nothing wrong with the person you like, but the environment is very complicated. After Feng Xiaoki bowed, he looked to the far left of the stage, where Zhou Gaikan was sitting with his head lowered. Feng Xiaoki looked at Zhou Gaikan many times, but Zhou Gaikan never raised his head. At today's press conference, the most unacceptable thing for everyone is that Zhao Chunsheng collaborated with Huan Yu. This is a backstab against Chen Shen. Some so-called right-wingers will definitely think that Zhao Chunsheng, who has worked with Chen Shen, chose to backstab him. Is the Chen Shen you like really that good? Feng Xiaoki understands the circle very well, and fans will be very concerned about this. Mr. Zhou, do you still remember the sentence "You're not bad either" on the glass walkway of Lianzhong Villa? Feng Xiaoki said, I know it's embarrassing to ask you at this time, but Chen Shen needs someone to speak for him, even if it's just some insignificant words. Zhou Gaikan looked up, with the same complex look on his face. He was already feeling very uncomfortable. I contacted Chen Shen as soon as I knew there was going to be a press conference last night. I checked with Chen Tianhui several times today. Do you really want to talk to Chen Shen about these things? Not only did he have no intention of inviting Chen Shen, but he also had to appear. Zhou Gaikan could even imagine that after this press conference, Huan Yu would ask countless publicists to write things, and he would be included in them. Zhao Chunsheng chose Huan Yu, and Zhou Gaikan also attended the press conference. So, is Chen Shen really okay? Maybe they will also cut out those scenes where Chen Shen is a scumbag and guide them vigorously. For Zhou Gaikan, every second he sits here is being burned on his own moral bottom line. I am already friends with Chen Shen. He comforted me when I was confused. He even signed with Huan Yu for my sake. But I encountered so many bad things. Do I really want to play such a role? Damn it, what is that bastard Zhao Chunsheng thinking? Does he have no heart? Chen Shen has no friends in this circle. Why do you treat him like this? Chen Tianhui coughed softly a few times. Zhou Gaikan looked over, then made up his mind and leaned towards the microphone and said, Chen Shen is not wrong. Feng Xiaoki smiled and bowed slightly to Zhou Gaikan. The barrage was filled with dense wivu and mixed with a bunch of words like ugly brother is fine. Chen Shen also leaned back in his office chair with a complicated look. After a long time, he slowly said, this world is actually, not bad. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. I'm just being paid to be on a dating show, why do you choose me? Author, Qingzhou Se. Chapter 275. At the press conference, Feng Xiaoki sat down and took back the mobile phone that was used to broadcast the live broadcast. The microphone was passed to the next person, and the atmosphere at the scene was very stiff. It was difficult for the person who got the microphone to ask excessive questions, and they could only ask questions about Huan Yu's new project. However, it had nothing to do with Feng Xiaoki. He pointed the camera at himself, then stood up and left. Brothers, this is all I can do. Zhao Jingquan obviously doesn't want to confront me. It's okay. We don't have to be sad. We just need to make sure that the person we like is right. Everyone knows about the contradiction in Hongdian. Yurubin was unprofessional. He had to NG it 7 or 8 times before starting a fight. Then Huan Yu ignored him and called Chen Shen back. Feng Xiaokai said as he walked, "The world is like this. Everything is based on profit. Isn't it online? Pu Bin's contract is more beneficial to Huan Yu than my brother Chen's contract. Supporting Pu Bin can make Huan Yu make money. This is the core reason." After the conflict intensified, my brother Chen became angry. My brother Chen is obviously not a soft person, and then Huan Yu will forcefully eat my brother Chen. Haha, if nothing else, I will definitely keep an eye on Huan Yu in the future, and I will create a project to torture him. The barrage was full of curses. It's a great competition. Zhao Chunsheng stabbed Chen Go in the back. Someone will definitely make a fuss. Now you have pulled Che's Hile to neutral, and brother Zhou even favored Chen Go. It's awesome. Yes, I am not wrong about you being a fan, and there is nothing wrong with brother Zhou. He is now the head of the public relations department of Huan Yu. He is very manly to be able to say that, unlike Zhao Chunsheng, Mata, this bitch can turn around. Relying on Chen Go? It's too ugly to stab him in the back now. I'm so angry. You're right to be angry. You're just bullying people. I was still thinking that Chen Go went to the entertainment industry to produce works, but he was bullied like this. Can Penguin buy Chen Go quickly? Feng Xiaokai has already walked out of the Huanyu building. There are still more than 100,000 people in his live broadcast room. People on the barrage are making suggestions and saying what Chen Shen should do. Feng Xiaokai used to be an insider. He knew better than Dan Muo. He said with some worry, the current situation is actually very complicated. It's not about whether others will buy my brother Chen's contract. It's about whether Huanyu will be sold or not. Until now, they really don't necessarily dare to sell me brother Chen, which is equivalent to losing the support of the people, and then they sell me brother Chen. Isn't that asking for death? Forced buying requires wrangling. This is a long time limit, if it is used to make excuses. Some have been litigating for several years. Speaking of this, Feng Xiaokai sighed, "Hey, this is also the reason why I directly named the car guide and Joe brother and even a little morally kidnapped the car guide and Joe brother. Although it is very rude, it can represent some voices within Huanyu, the head of the public relations department, a head of the project department. You can't handle both, right? I hope they can discuss it after they calm down and don't do anything that will end up with them. I know you feel aggrieved, and I feel aggrieved too, but there's no more reason. It's a good idea, but the final result can only be discussed at the table." There were sighs on the barrage. Indeed, what Feng Xiaokai said makes sense. If Huanyu is really forced to a dead end, what if they both die together? As Feng Xiaokai said, even if a lawsuit is filed, the result will not be immediate. It's very frustrating to have to choose peace talks after being bullied. What the hell, I'm so angry. Look, you are clamoring for Chen Go to go to the entertainment industry. This industry is just like that. That is to say, we can't go against Huanyu's artist and Zhao Chunsheng yet? If we go against Huanyu and want to die together, will it harm Chen Go? I don't care, Zhao Chunsheng is one of them, and Yang Qingqing is one of them. They will be black for the rest of their lives. Everyone, calm down and don't be impulsive. I don't believe there are so many of us and we don't have any concerns about Huanyu. I, like that journalist's sister, bought Huanyu's stock for Chen Go. I didn't expect that Huanyu would not be able to tell the difference between the big king and the big king. Sima Dongzi, I treated the tens of thousands of yuan as burning for them. I let sell stocks first and let them fall below the sky. Whoever buys Huanyu's stocks in the future will laugh at me. Brothers, King II posted on Weibo. On Weibo, the hot search for Joy press conference has already reached the top 3. Huanyu is a company that has been established for more than 20 years and has been listed for more than 10 years. Even now, it is one of the giants in domestic entertainment film and television production, with influence throughout the industry. It can be said that this joyful press conference attracted the attention of the entire domestic entertainment industry. Some people in the industry have already been talking about this on Weibo. A well-known agent posted, "Unfortunately, I see many people don't understand why Huanyu treats Chen Shen like this. In fact, I understand. Now Huanyu has too many cards, Chen Shen is still under their banner, and Zhao Chunsheng they also signed a contract with Huanyu. In their opinion, it is okay to say that Chen Shen is wrong, because the initiative lies with them, and they can advance or retreat. Of course, I am not saying this to speak for Huanyu, but because I envy Huanyu. How can you still be lucky enough to sign Chen Shen? There are also insiders who speak from Huanyu's point of view. Let's break up. It's really pointless for you to criticize Huanyu in the final analysis. This matter is just a little grievance. No matter what job you are doing, there is no grievance that you can't bear. If you are a little grievance, if you have to live or die, then go home and farm." A large number of people flocked to Weibo. Those with bad tempers directly scolded those who were carrying water and those who stood in a happy position. Those with good tempers patiently educated people who did not understand, saying that Chen Shen was not just a little wronged. Chen Shen was used to increase the stock price, and Chen Shen was used even if he was afraid of a collapse. The director of the project said that there was nothing wrong with Chen Shen, but Zhao Jingquan insisted that it was Chen Shen's fault, and secretly ridiculed that Chen Shen was not sensible. At this time, Xiaoqing II posted a Weibo post and attached a screenshot of the WeChat chat with Chen Shen. "I called director Zhao 17 times, but none of them answered. I really wanted to curse him, but this guy wouldn't let me curse." This is what Xiaoqing II posted himself. "Chen Shen, what are you cursing? You've only been well for a few days? Is there something wrong with you? Xiaoqing II, why are you cursing me? Chen Shen, please post a Weibo post for me, saying that I'm fine and that everyone shouldn't worry. It's just a small scene. When the whole network cursed me as a scumbag, did I say anything? I don't care about these things, but I see the emotions that everyone has consumed, and I will find a way to compensate everyone in the future." This is the content of Xiaoqing II's screenshot. Damn, you have sand in your eyes, you are still worried about us at this time. You bastard, you didn't consume your emotions. The love variety show has brought me a lot of happiness. Look, Huanyu, the idiots, come and see, this is the person you are bullying, and what director Zhao King II, pay attention, call him Xiao Zhao from now on. Xiao Zhao. I gave him face. Call him Zhao Go. What's going on upstairs? How can you call me brother Chen the same as me? I'm sad, can you please stop making me laugh? At Penguin Video, can you help me? If you can successfully buy Chen Shen, I will directly buy a 10-year membership. Weibo, idiot Huanyu, can you please die? I'm just being paid to be on a dating show, why do you choose me? Author, Qingzhou Se. Chapter 276. The press conference was held at around 10 o'clock, and it was Thursday. Many people didn't know that at 12 o'clock, this matter began to ferment. Many people took advantage of the break to browse Douyin, and most of them saw the video of Huanyu's press conference, or some videos released by bloggers. The copywriting was very conspicuous, such as Huanyu forced Chen Shen to join, it doesn't matter if he doesn't enter this entertainment circle, Chen Shen should come to live broadcast, and so on, and then began to search for related news. As soon as I entered Weibo, I immediately saw Xiaoqing II's dynamics, and then the heat began to escalate again. When it was reported that Chen Shen signed Huanyu, many people asked me what Huanyu's stock was like. All my answers at the time were not to buy it. If you really want to make some money on this heat, you would rather look at Penguin stock than Huanyu. Is buying Huanyu a bet on who will run faster? It's not worth it. I saw many people still praising Huanyu, saying that Huanyu now has a lot of cards in hand, but what's the use? People who really play stocks look at Huanyu, and the more they toss, the less valuable it is. This is a Weibo post from a financial blogger. After a midday fermentation, another group of people started talking about this online. In a stock group. What a jerk. I thought you held a press conference to talk about reconciliation with Chen Shen, but not only did you not reconcile, you also dragged Zhao Chunsheng to stab Chen Shen in the back. My stocks are probably dead. My Weibo is a bit stuck. I feel that the popularity of this matter has reached the level of the Love variety show period. Don't count on stocks. Don't listen to Zhao Jingquan buying back to save the market. Even if he wants to buy back, he will buy back after the market falls below the limit. Indeed, if I were Zhao Jingquan, even if I bought back, I would have to meet one condition, that is, reconcile with Chen Shen. Can I still reconcile? How bullied is this? Now think about it, the whole network said that the entertainment industry welcomes you, Chen Shen, and it's ironic. It seems that the circle doesn't welcome Chen Shen very much. In fact, we can really reconcile. Learn from Xiaoqing II, Huanyu Chen Shen Penguin and sign a 3-party contract. Sign a hammer. I will definitely not sign it. It's just 3 years. Just get through it. I checked it out and I'm all over it. Fortunately, I only bought 30,000 yuan. At worst, I won't buy it. I'll go to the market every day and sell Huanyu. The stocks I put up for sale have been sold. Damn, I sold mine too. No way. Zhao Jingquan repurchased at this time. It's really possible. He held a press conference and made a wave of market trends. The same discussion took place in many stock groups. When everyone rushed into Huanyu's stock interface, they found that Huanyu's stock had risen from the limit down to about 7 points. In other words, the Huanyu stocks listed for sale in the secondary market were directly taken over by someone. What the hell? At least 50 million was accepted. Why do I feel that it's not Zhao Jingquan's work? Absolutely not, repurchase is not done this way. What kind of god is this? Soon, the entry of Huanyu's stock surge began to climb the Weibo hot search. People who don't understand the stock market are confused, and those who like Chen Shen are even more confused. Why? Is this the ruthless capital market? Is it really as those who belittle Chen Shen say? Huanyu now has too many cards in hand, so that the capital market has begun to look favorably on Huanyu again? Already frustrated, this group of people are active on various official Weibo. For example, the official Weibo of Penguin Video, in one afternoon, the latest updates of the official Weibo of Penguin Video soared by more than 6 figures of comments. Many people promised the official Weibo of Penguin Video that as long as you buy Chen Shen, you will immediately open a membership for Penguin Video for a certain number of years. Some people also commented on the Weibo of Lin Tong, Ling Yanhui, and Yu Zhongqian, asking them to help Chen Shen. These people responded, saying that they were understanding the situation and would definitely help if they could. Just when everyone thought they could help Chen Shen, the news of Huanyu's stock surge came, catching everyone off guard. Not to mention Chen Shen's fans, people who play stocks are also confused. Even if Huanyu wants to save the market, it will never use such a stupid method. Now no one is optimistic about Huanyu's stock. Even if you think Huanyu has many cards in hand, you have to be careful about word of mouth. Not only Chen Shen's fans scold, but many artists have already stated that they will help Chen Shen. Who dares to move first? It's almost a 100% decline. If you force it at this time, who can guarantee that it won't fall tomorrow? Will you still force it at that time? If it's not Huanyu, who else can it be? At 4 o'clock, an announcement from the China Securities Regulatory Commission was posted on Weibo. The general meaning is that investor Su Mo thinks Huanyu has a promising future, so she bought Huanyu shares in the secondary market. The shareholding exceeded 5% and was announced, and she became the third largest shareholder of Huanyu. This news was like thunder that broke through the sky. All stock groups, at the same time as they knew about this, almost all put question marks in the group. Huanyu stock surge. This hot search term instantly attracted a large number of people. Is there any brother Dong who can explain what it means? It turned out to be Su Mo. This is a protection mechanism in the stock market. Whether it is a company or an individual, as long as they hold more than 5% of a company's stock, they must explain the situation to the China Securities Regulatory Commission. If they do not explain, they will be punished when the China Securities Regulatory Commission finds out. But why did Sister Mo buy Huanyu's stock? Wow, brothers, Sister Mo has opened a Weibo account. You can search for investor Su Mo. Qin Fangyu's headquarters, Su Mo's office. She looked at her newly verified Weibo account, with an inexplicable smile on her face. Posting on Weibo, right? Who doesn't know how to use Weibo? Just the group of people in Huanyu. Can they still bully Chen Shen? In fact, including all the Huanyu shares that have just been taken over, Su Mo already has more than 5% in her hands. Some accounts are too scattered and the CSRC will not pay attention to them. She started buying Huanyu stocks a few months ago. She didn't sell them when Huanyu stocks soared. In order to prevent Huanyu stocks from collapsing, she would put a proper price of 2 or 3 million every day. If these can't be sold, she would buy some back appropriately without affecting the market. Now Su Mo's total Huanyu shares are close to 8%. Su Mo started typing on the computer and updated her first Weibo. I will correct the announcement a little bit. I am not optimistic about Huanyu, but optimistic about Chen Shen. Huanyu is not optimistic about him, so just change the boss. As soon as the Weibo was updated, a huge number of people poured in. Seeing this freshly published Weibo, which is also the only one, almost everyone was dumbfounded. Is it what I understand? Although I have goosebumps, I still want to ask, is it worth it? Wait, let me calm down. Does this mean that Huanyu will not sell Chen Shen, so Su Mo will buy Huanyu? Yes, that's what it means. Damn, I was still charging for Chen Go the last second, and now I am so envious that I vomit blood. Chen Go, you really deserve to die. Is this Su Mo? Is this Sister Mo? It directly broke my worldview, and it can be operated like this. I am really redundant. That's Chen Go. What am I worried about? Woo woo woo. No, are you kidding? Is this the way rich people solve problems? Chen Go, you really deserve to die. Su Mo's Weibo is very impactful, and it almost instantly entered the Weibo hot search list. It brought a shock to people in the financial circle. Logically speaking, this operation could not happen to Su Mo. The CSRC also announced Su Mo's personal behavior, which means that her behavior was just personal. With Su Mo's ability, even if she wants to do what she said, she doesn't need to be so high profile, right? It's equivalent to telling Zhao Jingquan openly that I, Su Mo, just want to take over your company. In another 5-star hotel in Yuzhou, Tan's hiking sat in front of the computer with a dull look in her eyes. I was still thinking about whether the fermentation of this matter would help me buy Chen Shen, but the guy surnamed Su didn't follow the rules and wanted to buy all Huanyu directly. What's wrong with this world? Why do people say that Su Mo's method is stupid? Because it is equivalent to telling Huanyu's shareholders to take over Huanyu's stocks, so many people will wait for the price to sell. Of course, this kind of tossing does not mean that Huanyu cannot be acquired. Now many people have already considered Huanyu to be a junk stock, but this kind of tossing will cost more to acquire Huanyu. Are you crazy? Does Uncle Su know that you are doing this? Transmigration sent a message to Su Mo. Su Mo only replied with 3 words, "You don't understand." Transmigration glared, "I don't understand? How can I not understand? Aren't you just drunk? What's the difference between this and those top sisters in the live broadcast room?" Transmigration began to rub her temples with her eyes closed, but the next second, Transmigration suddenly opened her eyes again. Chen Shen asked her to stay in Yuzhou for a few days. Did he know about this a long time ago? On the other side, in an office building in Yuzhou high-tech zone, Su Mian pouted slightly while sitting in front of the computer. She saw Xia King Ai's Weibo and Su Mo's Weibo. King Ai's sister was very proactive, and Su Mian was very satisfied. But Sister Mo was too ruthless. After she posted her Weibo, King Ai's sister seemed to be forgotten. Previously, there were people on the internet saying that Chen Shen and Xia King Ai were locked together, and now everyone on the internet was talking about Su Mo's acquisition of Huanyu. Su Mian pouted because she felt that King Ai's sister was too inexperienced, even more inexperienced than herself. Good news, King Ai's sister attracted Sister Mo's attention, otherwise she would not open a Weibo account. Bad news, even on Weibo, the main battlefield of Qingyuja, she was defeated by Sister Mo in seconds. Su Mian picked up her phone, and her phone interface stayed on the interface of chatting with her mother. There was a message that her mother had sent for half an hour, and Su Mian had not replied. Mian, I want to confirm one thing with you, do you really like Chen Shen? Su Mian began to type, really? Okay, I will give you the dowry in advance, but you should also be mentally prepared, that guy is indeed a little too attractive to girls. I'm just being paid to be on a dating show, why do you choose me? Author, Qingzhou Se. Chapter 277. Anduyan, the news that Su Mo was going to buy Huanyu instantly ignited the heat. By the evening, almost everyone was talking about this topic. A bunch of entertainment bloggers came out to popularize the meaning of the CSRC's placard. The shares that the CSRC has placarded are restricted and cannot be sold within 6 months. What does that mean? In other words, Su Mo's purchase method has no way out. Even if Huanyu's stock is pulled up by her, she cannot immediately cash out the stocks in her hands. In other words, she is going for Chen Shen. It is equivalent to announcing to the world that Huanyu is forcing Chen Shen to eat, so she will forcing Huanyu. Su Mo is not a little girl. In the Love Variety show, a bunch of people edited Su Mo's videos, all of which are the kind of noble sister feeling. Many people said that just substituting it, they are all goosebumps, which is more important than the so-called official announcement in the circle of friends. Many people flocked to the comment area of the financial blogger, asking why these people are silent. Why don't they come out to popularize? Some people with bad tempers directly responded to these people in the comment area, telling them to get out. Su Mo is the goddess of the financial circle, and this attitude is unacceptable to many people in the financial circle. Feng Xiaoki was the most exaggerated. He started a live broadcast at home, playing particularly festive music in the live broadcast room, and the number of viewers has remained at over 100,000. Brothers, you can't blame me. It's my shallow cognition. I forgot Sister Mo. I thought about it over and over again. It's a dead end, but Sister Mo has money ability. It's still my brother Chen. I'm jealous, how can I not be jealous, but I'm still happy. Is the housing manager here? Kick out those who are brushing Xia King Ai. Who is Xia King Ai? I don't know her. As my brother Chen's #1 fan, I will only recognize Sister Mo in the future. Whoever messes with Sister Mo, I will do it. Be civilized. Whoever messes with Sister Mo, I will make a video of him every day. The next day, Friday. In Huanyu building, Zhao Jingquan arrived at the company very early, and then sat in front of the floor-to-ceiling window in a daze. He spent the whole afternoon yesterday thinking about how to deal with it. He had to handle the public relations himself, and let Zhou Gaikan rest. In Zhao Jinkan's opinion, Zhou Gaikan was still very valuable, and he was also very popular. Huanyu was really unstable, so he developed Zhou Gaikan into an artist and sent him to variety shows. As a result, the notice from the China Securities Regulatory Commission came, saying that Su Mo already held 5% of Huanyu's shares, and then announced on Weibo that she would change Huanyu's boss. The good news is that the heat of the press conference has been suppressed, and Huanyu's stock price has stabilized. But the bad news is that they are coming aggressively and don't look like a joke. Zhao Jingquan couldn't figure out one thing. For Chen Shen, a scumbag known to the public, Xiaoqing I sent him a Weibo a second ago, saying that you are a goddess in the financial circle. Is it worth it? Don't you have friends? Aren't you afraid that your friends will laugh at you? As calculated online, Su Mo spent at least 65 million on the deal yesterday. Huanyu has been listed for more than 10 years, and most of its shares are circulating in the market. If Su Mo does not care about the consequences, she can really buy Huanyu. Zhao Jingquan only has about 17% or 18% of the shares in his hands, and with some resource exchange holdings, it is only about 22%. Does Su Mo really want to spend these hundreds of millions for Chen Shen? Zhao Jingquan thought it was incredible. Let alone a partner, I would hesitate to pay 10 million for my son. You spend so much money on a scumbag. Let's take a step back. Even if you buy Huanyu, what will happen? Let the money rot. I have lost my hair for the development of Huanyu, but I can't stop Huanyu's decline. What right do you have, Su Mo? The knock on the door sounded several times, and Zhao Jingquan looked at the door. Come in. Chen Tianhui walked in, also with a solemn face. Mr. Zhao, leading capital has replied. They said that our acquisition in the secondary market is none of their business. It is purely Su Mo's personal behavior. Zhao Jingquan looked out the French window again. Chen Tianhui stood by, not knowing what to say for a moment. He started out as an agent and has been with Zhao Jingquan for nearly 20 years. He always stood on Zhao Jingquan's side no matter what happened. This was the first time Chen Tianhui saw Zhao Jingquan in this state. How long will the next shareholders' meeting be? Zhao Jingquan asked. Early April, less than 3 months. Do you think Su Mo will spend hundreds of millions on Chen Shen? Probably not. Zhao Jingquan nodded. I also think that even if she wants to change the board of directors through the shareholders' meeting, that is, what she said is to change a boss, this is not something that can be done casually, unless leading capital supports him. Will leading capital spend money on a scumbag for Su Mo? Chen Tianhui nodded. So, maybe it's a good thing, but our attitude towards Chen Shen has to change. Zhao Jingquan hummed. He felt a little scared of himself. Crisis is accompanied by opportunities. Zhao Jingquan silently recited this sentence 3 times in his heart, and then slowly calmed down. If Su Mo wants to change her boss, she must pass the shareholders' meeting and have more say than him at the shareholders' meeting. Zhao Jingquan calculated that this condition is very harsh and cannot be done with 200 or 300 million. Even if Su Mo is in love, she can't spend several hundred million on a scumbag, right? Isn't it only 150 million to invest in Chen Hotpot? Is Chen Shen really a succubus? Zhao Jingquan looked at Chen Tianhui. Ahem. Zhao Jingquan waved his hand. Forget it, you go and get busy. Zhao Chunsheng must make arrangements and start work as soon as possible. It is indeed a good thing. With this hedge, everyone's malice towards Huanyu will not be so great. Maybe it is really an opportunity. Tan's hiking started paying attention to Huanyu's stocks early in the morning. She also calculated that if Su Mo really wanted Huanyu to change a boss, the cost would be too high. It's not that Sumo can't take out the money, but it's meaningless to take the money. Entertainment companies are now recognized as junk assets, and no one invests in entertainment companies. A loss of tens of millions is a loss, which is harmless. If you lose hundreds of millions, it will be a qualitative change. Don't say that Peng Cheng will laugh at you, the whole country will laugh at you. At 9:30, Transmigration clicked on Huanyu's stock interface and sighed immediately. Still buy it? It just opened, and it has risen by 4 points. Who dares to buy Huanyu at this time? Sumo said that Huanyu should change a boss, so change a boss. The collapse of Huanyu's stock has already proved the truth. Huanyu is a junk stock. There is no support. Once something goes wrong, it will fall 100%. It is a great thing that someone takes over the stock. Why go in? Waiting for the next round of collapse? Therefore, in Transmigration's opinion, the only person who can buy now is Sumo. Sumo, even if you want to protect Chen Shen's face, it's enough. Let me solve this matter. Okay, I will get Chen Shen out of Huanyu and then hand it over to you, okay. Transmigration sent a message to Sumo. Soon, Sumo replied, I know what you want to say, but I haven't started buying yet. Transmigration. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. I'm just being paid to be on a dating show, why do you choose me? Author, Qingzhou Se. Chapter 278. As Transmigration thought, in the major stock groups, those who bought Huanyu but have not sold it yet all said in the group that it is good now, someone has taken over, and they can take a look at it for a few days. However, when the market opened on Friday, a bunch of people rushed to sell. They all said, I won't sell, just wait and wait until Huanyu's stock rises before selling. In fact, no one dared to continue to hold Huanyu's stock. 6 or 7 times the limit fell, and he was watching his money burn down. What if Sumo was scared of Huanyu? What if you say you have reconciled with Huanyu in a few days? Did Vanguard Capital not let Sumo be impulsive? The power of love? Is the power of love nothing? It is because of emotional factors that everyone is more weak. If Chen Shen was a normal person, I would bet on it. The key point is that this guy is a national scumbag. None of the 4 girls he loves has a clear ending. I really didn't dare to gamble with real money, thinking that if Sumo came back to me today, I would run away quickly, but in the end, I really sold it. However, few people regretted it, and most of them breathed a sigh of relief. It was almost at the daily limit yesterday, and now Huanyu's stock price has risen to over 1.5 billion. It is better than waiting for Huanyu to rescue the market when it falls to 1 billion. There may be some hesitations when new shareholders run away, because some people come in from high positions and are really unwilling to do so. Old shareholders do not hesitate at all, which is so scary. They don't even dare to complain online, for fear that their complaints will make Huanyu worse. Chen Shen signing with Huanyu was obviously good news, but it collapsed. They held a press conference and went to see it with great interest, but the result was the opposite effect. They were all prepared to lose the money, but someone else came to take over. Someone online complained about Sumo, saying that Sumo was not worth it for Chen Shen. This group of people responded with the most hate, fearing that the complainers would scare Sumo away from buying Huanyu's stock. Sumo's appearance was like a holy light to them. Chen Shen was very busy and met several groups of guests in succession. At noon on Friday, Lin Tong and Yu Zhongqian came to Yuzhou and specifically asked Chen Shen about Huanyu and Zhao Chunsheng. They were familiar with Zhao Chunsheng, and they also watched Chen Shen get up step by step. Some netizens asked for help and actually flew to Yuzhou. Chen Shen received the 2 of them and took several photos together. The 2 of them posted them on Weibo, saying that Chen Shen was very good and asked everyone not to worry. In the evening, he met Ma Nan from Yanjing again, the vice president of Kiwi Video. There are indeed a lot of vice presidents in Kiwi Video, but they are all big names in the industry. Chen Shen asked Chu Fei to accompany him. We chatted until 10 o'clock, almost bowing, and then sent Ma Nan to the guest room. Chen Shen seldom drinks alcohol after coming to this world, but he received 2 important guests in a row and drank a lot. In the underground parking lot, Chen Shen sent Chu Fei away. This was the first time he met Chu Fei. He was a tough-looking man, but he was a little bald. According to him, he was a bald man who was in good shape. Next to the Maybach, Chu Fei held Chen Shen's hand. I thought I was called here to see Tan's hiking. Even if she met the leader at the Kiwi Video, she wouldn't think too much about it as long as I was here. I didn't expect it to be better. My brother really thinks about me. That variety show you mentioned has great potential. Don't worry, I won't tell Mr. Tan. Chen Shen helped Chu Fei open the car door. I just chatted casually, but you and Mr. Ma listened. If you can come and be my companion, you are giving me face. Chu Fei was a little drunk, his face was red, and he said he wanted to get in the car. He turned around and gave Chen Shen a hug and said he was a good brother. Chen Shen was a little helpless and could only let him hold her. Chu Fei whispered, "Don't worry, brother understands. If you have any suggestions from Xia King II, just tell Shen Halen directly, not an outsider." Chen Shen could only say yes, and then coaxed Chu Fei into the car. Chen Shen didn't want to have ineffective social interactions. Lin Tong and Yu Zhongqian came because they were concerned, so they would welcome them and have a good chat. But Ma Nan came here to gain something. Can't we just fool around and then leave? Only by calling Chu Fei, of course, was for Tan's hiking to see, so that Tan's hiking could rest assured. What can 3 grown men talk about? Chen Shen mentioned the so-called farming variety show, and then Chu Fei and Ma Nan listened. The more they talked, the happier they became. Both Mao Tai drank 3 or 4 bottles. Chu Fei has a bunch of trainees, many of whom are not afraid of hardship, and Kiwi Guo is also short of projects, so they hit it off immediately. After Chen Shen's love variety show became popular, Chu Fei gave several tasks to the management of Yuan Media to ask them to pay more attention to variety shows. As a result, the people below did not give feedback, so Chen Shen gave inspiration. The key point is that Chen Shen said in detail that those male trainees from Yuan who are not qualified to debut can be arranged to live in various rural areas for a month, and then the farmers will be asked to rate them, and the 10 people with the highest ratings will be selected to gather together to make a farming variety show. For Chu Fei, this kind of down-to-earth project can enhance overall reputation, not just entertainment. As the big brother of the new generation of domestic entertainment, Yuan lacks this kind of reputation improvement. This is also the reason why Chu Fei is so good to Chen Shen. He really almost fell in love with him. Chu Fei got into the car and kept holding Chen Shen's hand. "We have time to get together. I can't leave without you. Yuzhou is such a big place. It's not easy to have a colleague with a very agreeable temperament. My brother thinks highly of you." Chen Shen smiled and said, "I have gone to Yuan many times, but you were not there every time." "Ha ha ha, go ahead. There's no need to worry about who on you. Even if you don't want to, just nod your head and brother will pay the liquidated damages." Okay, go back and have a good rest. Do you think I'm being long-winded? Ha ha ha, forget it, I won't tease you anymore. Remember what I said. I never play tricks, and there is no so-called drunken talk. I still look down on people who drink. Bang. Chen Shen closed the door for Chu Fei and gestured to the driver. The driver was also very polite and nodded to Chen Shen several times before starting the car. On the 23rd floor, Chen Shen came out of the elevator and stopped when he passed by Su Mo's suite because Su Mo's door was not closed. Su Emo was sitting in a position where she could see the door. When she saw Chen Shen appear at the door, she stood up and ran over. She hugged Chen Shen's arm without saying anything, and even used some strength to support Chen Shen. "Do you feel uncomfortable?" Chen Shen smiled and shook his head. "I didn't drink much, so I don't feel uncomfortable." Su Emo turned Chen Shen into the house and closed the door. How could he drink less with the smell of alcohol, but Su Emo didn't have the heart to say anything to him. Having known Chen Shen for so long, Chen Shen has never taken the initiative to drink alcohol, and only drinks a little red wine occasionally when he is passive. Even the people around him can clearly feel the abruptness. "It's really okay. If you don't believe me, let me go. I will walk straighter than you." Su Emo smiled and said, "You are straighter, okay." Chen Shen laughed. Su Emo put Chen Shen on the sofa. As soon as he sat down, Chen Shen did feel a little dizzy. Maybe he felt safe and relaxed. Su Emo was like a magic trick. She seemed to be right next to him, but why did she bring a basin of water over? And a towel. Su Emo wrung out the towel and wiped Chen Shen's face and neck. Chen Shen didn't move, looking at Su Mo's delicate face in a daze. "It's okay, don't be so stressed. I told you, I have money. If I lose, I lose. Qin Fangyu is also making money. I don't have much pressure. My family doesn't care about me, and this matter is not a big deal for them," Su Emo chattered while wiping Chen Shen's face. Chen Shen's social activities are to lay the foundation for the future of Huanyu. Ma Nan and Chu Fei are both well-known people in the current circle. Connections are resources, especially in the entertainment circle. Why should we consider it at this time? From Su Mo's perspective, she felt that it might be her attitude of escorting him that put pressure on him. Taking over Huanyu and then failing is not only his own failure, but also Su Mo's failure. Chen Shen whispered, "How can it be pressure? I am full of motivation now." "Really?" Chen Shen blinked. "Then can I look at stockings if I am under pressure?" Su Emo rolled her eyes, stretched out her hand and rubbed Chen Shen's face several times before getting up, and then took the basin to the bathroom. Chen Shen leaned on the sofa in a daze. It was really not a big pressure. He was afraid that Su Emo would be under pressure and be discussed by the whole network. Thinking about it this way, there is actually a little pressure. What if Huanyu fails? What will Sister Emo do? Chen Shen thought of the scripts in his computer again. What a bullshit. Damn, after taking over Huanyu, he could just use Huanyu's official account to broadcast live. Chen Shen thought he must have drunk too much. His mind was jumping. Those two old men were too ruthless. His small body was obviously no match for them at the wine table. There was a sound beside him. Chen Shen turned his head and glared. The white shirt was tucked into the hip skirt. From the thigh, the delicate black silk began to wrap the slender and plump. "I'm just being paid to be on a dating show, why do you choose me?" Author, Qingzhou Se. Chapter 279. Su Emo had never looked at her legs so carefully before. They were all there, right? What was so special about them? But Chen Shen's eyes looked straight at her, as if she had seen something special. Fortunately, she exercised every day, otherwise she would not be able to wear stockings in front of him so calmly. On the sofa, Su Emo looked at Chen Shen, as if asking, "You want me to lie down again?" But this time, Chen Shen shrank down like a loach, and then carefully used Su Mo's legs as a pillow. Sitting in the middle position, the sofa was not that long, so Chen Shen curled up and lay on his side. After lying for a while, he raised his head to look at Su Emo from this angle. Chen Shen was a little dazed and could not see her face. "Sister Emo, give me some time, I will definitely make Huanyu." Su Emo was a little uncomfortable at first, not because of resistance, but because of the sensitivity of this kind of contact, as if all her senses were concentrated on her legs. Hearing Chen Shen's words, she slowly relaxed, and the hand that was pulled and pressed by Chen Shen was also pulled out, and then placed on Chen Shen's shoulder. Su Emo was about to tell Chen Shen not to think too much. "Didn't I just say that there was no pressure?" But Chen Shen's voice rang again. "They will definitely induce some pressure. For example, if you spend money on a scumbag, if someone in your family asks, just say it's an investment. I will let them see the effect in half a year at most, for sure." Su Emo laughed. "You know you are a scumbag." "I'm not." Su Emo has never touched this topic and doesn't want to talk about it. It's a bit of a showdown, but this is Chen Shen's own suggestion. Did he start talking after drinking? Then what are you? Chen Shen smiled and said, "I am a liquor." "Liquor? Whose liquor?" "Sister Mo's liquor." Su Mo's hand on Chen Shen's shoulder began to unconsciously reach forward. She wanted to touch Chen Shen's face. "Are you talking drunk or telling the truth after drinking?" Like Chen Shen's feeling, if Su Emo wanted to see Chen Shen's face, she had to lean forward slightly. "I don't know, maybe I'm really drunk. Even if I'm a liquor, how can I say it?" Puff. Su Mo's hand still rested on Chen Shen's face. It was a little hot after drinking, warm and smooth, and you could feel some traces of the outline. Chen Shen enjoyed this kind of contact very much. He lay on Su Mo's legs and slowly calmed down. This subtle contact was not as hormonal as before, but a sense of solidity that came step by step into each other's heart. Su Emo was older than Chen Shen. Although she was focused on her career, she had thought about most things in life. Chen Shen wanted to see the stockings, so he could show them to him. What if something happened under the influence of alcohol? Su Emo also thought about it when she changed her clothes. She didn't reject it in her heart. The only abrupt point was that Xia King Ai and the others hadn't solved it yet. But Su Emo felt that the problem was not big and it could be solved slowly. When she had free time during this period, she really studied Xia King Ai carefully. "I watched all the talent shows of Xia King Ai 4 years ago, no, 5 years ago. A girl with a strong self-esteem has completed the class leap by herself. Such people are mostly proud. So Su Emo chose to do it openly. What's wrong with class leap? Some things are fundamentally different. You have to express your support to Chen Shen implicitly, even if you issue a statement of support, but my support can not only be blatant, but also really help her. So, with your self-esteem, Xia King Ai, can you pass this level?" Su Emo used to worry that Chen Shen would meet a particularly outstanding person later, and would it be like the love variety show? Now there is no worry in this regard. First, Tan's hiking has visited him once, and second, Chen Shen's personality does not allow him to mess around again. Now he is full of pressure, so he doesn't put pressure on himself. As for the online saying that Chen Shen is a scumbag, Su Emo doesn't think so. He didn't get the person, didn't want the name, and didn't give him the money, but he still took a lot of responsibilities. This is also the reason why Su Emo dotes on Chen Shen. If he likes to look at stockings, then look at them. If he has time, just buy a few more. Why don't you dote on your own boy and wait for others to dote on him? Su Emo gently stroked Chen Shen's face and smiled. "It would be great if all the scumbags in the world were like you." What responded to Su Emo was the sound of even breathing, and Chen Shen fell asleep. On Saturday, as Chen Shen said, some soft articles comparing Su Emo and Xia King Ai began to appear on the internet. The conflict between Huanyu and Chen Shen seemed to evolve into the conflict between Su Emo and Xia King Ai. Xia King Ai supported Chen Shen, no doubt. In fact, in this drama of Huanyu and Chen Shen tearing each other apart, Yuan media had already been involved. After Chen Shen and Huanyu had a conflict, there was no place for the reshoot business, and it was Chen Shen himself who said that he would find Xia King Ai to solve it, and then there were rumors that Chen Shen signed Yuan. Chen Shen refuted the rumors in Xia King Ai's live broadcast room. As the top actress of Yuan Media, how could Xia King Ai do this without Yuan's tacit approval? Xia King Ai is indeed not as important as Su Mo, but if Yuan supports Xia King Ai, they can be compared. Su Mo is even more so. She is trying to take over Huanyu. On Friday, Huanyu's stock price was directly raised to the daily limit, which means Su Mo is still buying. These soft articles are not just one or two, and some big VS with millions of fans are also talking about it from this angle. This matter itself is very popular, and everyone is talking about it. Suddenly, a new angle is given, like opening the door to a new world, and then Douyin also started talking about it. It has to be said that the gold content of China's #1 succubus is still increasing. Xia King Ai is the first artist to speak for Chen Shen, and her fans are also the first to rush to Huanyu. Can you imagine it? Fans of a female idol have now completely accepted Chen Shen. Some people have begun to call him brother-in-law. Can you believe it? I am not just talking without evidence. You can go to Xia King Ai's Weibo and you will know. A bunch of people are discussing how to deal with Huanyu. They also asked Yuan Media to buy Chen Shen under the official Weibo of Yuan Media. Do I need to say more about Su Mo? Now every man must grit his teeth when talking about Chen Shen and Su Mo, a female investor with the most dazzling investment resume under the age of 30, a recognized goddess in the financial circle, supports Chen Shen without reservation. That's real money. I single-handedly pushed Huanyu up twice. Even if Huanyu rescued the market herself, she wouldn't have had that much strength. Woohoo, family members, who understands? Is there any rich woman who sees through my fragility? In fact, I'm the same as Chen Shen. My company treats me just like that. So, family members, I'm not really concerned about the conflict between Huanyu and Chen Shen now. What I'm concerned about now is who Chen Shen will choose between Su Mo and Xia King Ai. A goddess in the financial circle, a goddess in the entertainment circle. Woohoo, why am I so sour? Huanyu, can you give Chen Shen a little more strength? I'm so upset. This is a video made by a blogger with more than 1 million followers on Douyin. Within an hour of posting it, it received more than 200,000 likes. I'm just being paid to be on a dating show, why do you choose me? Author, Qingzhou Se. Chapter 280. Under the guidance of caring people and the accumulation of traffic pools, more and more people began to pay attention to the so-called dispute between Su Mo and Xia King Ai. Then, the financial circle couldn't sit still. This kind of competition is not only about fighting for a man, but also ties the financial world and the entertainment industry together. Over the weekend, a blogger in the financial circle updated a video. A lot of people at me, so let me talk about this. In fact, there is no so-called recognized goddess in the financial circle. Su Mo is indeed very powerful, but there is a prerequisite. She is under 30 years old. As of now, she took action 3 times, and the first 2 times became listed companies. The third time was Chen Hotpot, which seems to be successful so far. However, I really can't understand the forced acquisition of Huanyu. Not only can I not understand it, my friends around me can't understand it when I chat in private. If it were me, even if I wanted to support Chen Shen, what should I do? With Sumo's circle of friends, it's impossible not to be able to contact people from Penguin. If we join forces, we can just separate Chen Shen from Huanyu, and instead forcefully acquire Huanyu. It's really a mysterious operation. We discussed it privately, and it's really possible that it was from the top. Investors from Pengcheng said that Sumo's growing up environment was very simple. His high school was a private school, and he started investing in college. It was very simple and pure. Of a person. What I say next may cause dissatisfaction among Chen Shen's fans, but I still have to say that everyone has their own life. Chen Shen is very powerful, I admit it, but Su Mo is definitely better than Chen Shen. It is not a bubble situation. Next, even if Chen Shen's influence is billions, the enterprises Su Mo has personally participated in and promoted are tens of billions. One of them has not yet been implemented, and the other has a successful past. Even if Su Mo has a crush on Chen Shen, if you have a good impression, you shouldn't choose the worst solution based on emotion. Romance is romantic, but this will really affect Su Mo's life. Our circle has indeed been silent these days. I'm not being stingy, but I'm sorry that Su Mo met Chen Shen. If Chen Shen had been more sensible, he would have stopped Su Mo from doing this, just like what I said at the beginning. He can tolerate it for a few days and then find a way to escape from the joy, instead of letting Su Mo fall into this kind of discussion. If there is an end, there will be a second one, and they will talk about it one after another. Anyway, there is an essential difference between Su Mo and Xia King II in terms of attitude. If Chen Shen respects Su Mo, he should not let Su Mo do this. Financial bloggers from Pengcheng also jumped out and said that this incident had a great impact on Su Mo, and that there were also opinions within Vanguard Capital on Su Mo's actions. All in all, some people in the financial circle feel that they are superior to others. They feel that Su Mo has done something very low, and then they try to bring Su Mo down to highlight his professionalism. On Monday, Chen Shen got up very early, skipped rope with Su Mo and clocked in, then sat in front of the computer, ignoring what was going on outside the window as he worked on a movie script. The pressure is indeed on, high-end games, but TV series are not enough. I don't know if it was half an hour or an hour later. The phone vibrated several times. Chen Shen just finished thinking about the scene before taking the phone over to get the news about Zhou Gaikan. Chen Shen, my position has been suspended. Zhao Jingquan took it upon himself to create a bunch of unfavorable topics online for Sister Mo. These people are also blind. Would Sister Mo spend so much money just because she likes someone? Damn it, isn't it difficult to settle this account? Sister Mo became the major shareholder of Huanyu, and then began to pave the way for your career, and then talk to Penguin with the integration of resources. This investment will not be a loss no matter how you calculate it. When you signed Huanyu, the market value of our company soared to 3 billion. The highest point when Sister Mo came in was only 1.5 billion. Is it difficult to calculate? Do people in the financial circle look down on Huanyu so much? Chen Shen was stunned for a long time, wondering how Zhou Gaikan calculated this score. Joy worth 2 billion? Are you worth a billion? The total is 3 billion. Sister Mo comes in with 1.5 billion, making a profit. Ha ha ha, I don't say this to hurt you. I wish Sister Mo could really buy the joy, but I don't think it's realistic. You are so dishonest. It's really possible if you don't provoke Xia King II, but Mo's sister only needs to become Huanyu's major shareholder. I have thought that with the participation of Sister Mo and the alliance with Penguin, Huanyu's shares will 100% stand up again. When the time comes, you can write songs and release an album, and forget about marrying late. If you go in, it sounds nice and sentimental, it will definitely sell for money. I will continue to do variety shows. This public relations job is boring, so it doesn't matter if I don't do it. We two brothers will work hard together and give the financial circle a hard slap in the face. Chen Shen was stunned again, it made so much sense, and then typed back, is it possible that Sister Mo likes me? No, brother, what do you mean is that both Sister Mo and Qingyi like you, and then they won't back down and fight for you openly? Ha 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 ha. Huanyu building, Zhou Gaikan's office, he was so happy. Zhou Gaikan's position was suspended, but his salary remained the same. He was still sitting in the public relations manager's office. Zhao Jingquan also gave himself a good explanation. He said that the company needed some public relations, but this public relations was not suitable for him because it involved Chen Shen. He said that he was suspended out of good intentions and would be reinstated after the incident was over. Zhou Gaikan is not that hard-hearted. He stood up for Chen Shen in front of dozens of reporters. He felt a little guilty about the company. Zhao Jingquan accepted all the soft words. Of course, there is another reason for this attitude, and that is that Su Mo is now Huanyu's major shareholder. This gave Zhou Gaikan the illusion that Sister Mo was going to lead him and Chen Shen forward. It's normal for Sister Mo to help Chen Shen. They are still cooperating now. Qin Fangyu has become so popular. There are a lot of videos on the internet of queuing for meals. As Zhou Gaikan said before, if Chen Shen was more honest, it would really be possible for him and Su Mo. But Chen Shen was too dishonest and went to Xia Qing'ai from time to time. The so-called dispute between Su Mo and Xia Qing'ai on the internet seems so new to Zhou Gaikan. Isn't it the result of Zhao Jingquan's public relations? Chen Shen, my friend, a playboy with a little talent, who looks similar to me, would let Xia Qing'ai and Su Mo stand on the stage to compete? Stop making trouble, just watch the love drama and be stunned. He admitted that it was indeed possible for any one of them to be taken down by Chen Shen. There were two problems. As soon as Xia Qing made a statement, it was very simple. Yuan media wanted Chen Shen, Su Mo helped Chen Shen? It's not complicated or profitable, it's just that people on the internet like to read this kind of gossip and get involved. What did Chen Shen do when he fell in love? How are you getting along with Huanyu? The last time I had dinner with the leader of Penguin, the conversation was average. Zhou Gaikan even thought that in reality, Chen Shen's behavior was not as good as his own. It was just that being in love with him was too mythical, or Chen Shen himself was a bit young. Swell. Zhou Gaikan felt that he had to have a good talk with Chen Shen when he had time. After all the trouble he had caused, Sister Mo still liked you? Impressed. Zhou Gaikan put down his cell phone. He felt that he had to go to Yuhan Hotel to have a chat with him after get off work today. I turned on my computer and wanted to take a look at the direction of public opinion. Zhao Jingquan is indeed ruthless. Zhou Gaikan feels that if the quarrel continues like this, Sister Mo's family will definitely take care of Sister Mo, who is willing to let his relatives fall into such public opinion. However, as soon as he opened the hot search list on Weibo, Zhou Gaikan was stunned. The number one hot search was Su Mian holding 5% of Huanyu shares. Zhou Gaikan rubbed his eyes. He thought he had seen it wrong because it was Su Mo's hot search, and then it was mentioned again. However, let alone rubbing your eyes, even if it hurts, those two words are still Su Mian. Zhou Gaikan rubbed his temples. What? What is this? Clicking on the hot search, it turned out that it was indeed a document from the China Securities Regulatory Commission. It was sent out at 10 o'clock. Su Mian's holding of more than 5% of Huanyu shares was announced by the media under the China Securities Regulatory Commission. Damn it, am I dreaming? Why is this the news I saw about Mian again? Don't tell me, Mian's reasons are the same as Sister Mo's? Huanyu doesn't like Chen Shen, so why did she buy Huanyu? Holy shit, I'm covered in goosebumps, that woman finally showed up. My Mian, I'm already addicted to Lianzone. Haven't you watched Lianzone? Chen Shen really treats you as a good friend. That's an illusion. It was the illusion given to you by Sister Mo. So, Mian bought Huanyu's daily limit in the past 2 days. Chen Go, you really deserve to die. Why? Chen Go gave all his preference to Su Yuan. Why are you saving him? Zhou Gaikan sat motionless for at least 3 minutes. This hot search made Zhou Gaikan seem to have returned to the love drama, and those scenes flashed through his mind one by one. After a long time, Joe Gaikin murmured, "Crazy. All crazy." Joe Gaikin thought about it, but he couldn't think of a reason for Mian to buy Huanyu's shares. She was neither an insider nor an investor, so why did she buy Huanyu's shares at such a huge risk of public opinion? Among Joe Gaikin, Mian's reason seems to be really out of liking Chen Shen. "Can you be a human being?" Joe Gaikin sent another message to Chen Shen. Yuan Media, Xiaoqing I saw this hot search in Shen Halen's office, and she was the most confused. The pressure brought by Sister Mo has already made Xiaoqing I very uncomfortable. It was the first time that she really felt the word dimensional reduction attack. She was still thinking about how to deal with it. Why did Mian get involved? Haven't you stopped playing with them? The phone vibrated, and Su Mian's WeChat message came. "Sister King I, can you send me a Weibo post? Just say that I am optimistic about Sister Mo and Chen Shen and cheer for them. Xiaoqing I. Please, I don't want to play with self-media. Anyway, the money is for buying funds. Sister Mo and Chen Shen won't make me lose money, right? Anyway, you can figure out how to make money by yourself. That's probably what I mean. You also know, I'm afraid of social media, I don't dare to use Weibo. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. I'm just being paid to be on a dating show, why do you choose me? Author, Qingzhou Se. Chapter 281. From Xiaoqing I's perspective, Su Mian's explanation can only make sense. Obviously, Mian has not let go of Chen Shen. Mian's bid cost is greater than Sister Mo's. It is impossible to play with such a large amount of money. As she said, Chen Shen stopped looking for her after leaving the love show, but she can't let go. What should she do? This may be the reason why Mian wants to play with herself. Why does a person with deep social phobia take the initiative to make friends? It's just to seek a kind of emotional support. Sister Mo's attitude is overwhelming. She doesn't care about her reputation in the financial circle. Mian wants to help Chen Shen in a roundabout way. If it weren't for the supervision of the China Securities Regulatory Commission, Xiaoqing I felt that Mian might hide behind and keep an eye on Chen Shen. Xiaoqing I sighed. She actually sympathized with Chen Shen's situation a little bit. No wonder she had to solve it secretly when she had the desire. Ordinary people would be lucky to have one girl like this. Now there are 3 girls in front of Chen Shen. It seems that taking the initiative to anyone will make the other 2 uncomfortable. So, is this what he meant by saying that life is long? Maybe after a long time, some feelings will slowly fade away. Yes, in this way, there will be no difficult choice. Xiaoqing I feels that according to Chen Shen's character, he can really do it. Whoever fate lets him choose, he will dare to spend his life with. Life is long, whoever stays until the end is Chen Shen's destination. Xiaoqing I pouted, quit by herself? This thought only flashed through her mind, it was impossible. It was hard for Xiaoqing I to imagine that if she didn't catch Chen Shen, she would have other expectations in love. The appearance of Chen Shen really perfectly met all of Xiaoqing I's imaginations. Now even her fans have accepted it. It is the fans who are asking Yuan Media to buy Chen Shen. Now thinking of Chen Shen saying to his fans, I will work with you to make her well, Xiaoqing I still has goosebumps. If she doesn't quit, Sister Mo's efforts and Mian's silent waiting don't seem to have the right to force them to quit. Chen Shen is still thinking about her, so he can't do anything wrong to him, right? Xiaoqing I sighed, as if she really had to leave it to time. Thinking about it, Xiaoqing I burst out laughing again. It was really strange. The 3 women had revealed their cards, but they were still thinking about him. Thinking of Chen Shen, Xiaoqing I snorted softly. See, you have provoked so many people. Let's see what you can do. The door of the office was pushed open and Shen Halen came in. The boss of Yuan Media came back and called all the executives to a meeting as soon as he got to work. The meeting has been going on until now. Xiaoqing Ai was originally sitting in Shen Halen's seat. When she saw Shen Halen coming in, she stood up. Sit down, why are you being so polite to me? Shen Halen smiled. Xiaoqing Ai came over and opened her arms and slowly hugged herself in Shen Halen's surprised eyes. Shen Halen sighed. She knew about Su Mian's holding up the sign of joy at the end of the meeting. Su Mo alone was already a headache, and now Su Mian popped up again. How about giving up? No, I'm just a little stressed. Really not giving up? No. Shen Halen smiled and said, then let me tell you a good news. The leader of Kiwi Video came to Yuzhou to meet Chen Shen. Chen Shen called our boss over and talked about a project. The boss told me alone that you will be a free man of our Yuan Media in the future. The project cannot be forced on you. Your opinions must be taken into consideration. Xiaoqing Ai let go of Shen Halen. Did Chen Shen meet our boss? What tone? Who dares to look down on Chen Shen in this industry now? Someone throws money at him when he disagrees with him. He's so powerful, Shen Halen said with a smile, his tone slightly sour. I mean, why did Chen Shen meet our boss? Didn't he talk about anything else? Who knows? I asked Chen Shen if it was possible for him to come to Yuan. The boss said he wanted to, but he just couldn't do it. Xiaoqing Ai snorted. Shen Halen laughed. She knew that Xiaoqing Ai wanted to hear something about Chen Shen meeting the boss. It must be because of you, Xiaoqing Ai. But Shen Halen just didn't say it. Xiaoqing Ai's association was inevitable. Chen Shen's words that would make him feel good seemed to be engraved in Xiaoqing Ai's head. Xiaoqing Ai leaned on the desk, took out his mobile phone, and started typing. Mian, I know some things are hard for you to say, but I still suggest that you register a Weibo account yourself. Don't express your support for them through me. This is unfair to you. Don't be afraid. You have been through the love variety show. It's not like you haven't experienced it before. What is a good relationship? Xiaoqing Ai felt that he and Chen Shen must be relatively sincere even if there are competitors. What TV dramas should I learn from, because a man and his so-called competitors become enemies? Xiaoqing Ai felt that this relationship with Chen Shen was really unnecessary. This is also what Xiaoqing Ai thought was weird. He was standing in the open, but he still thought about respecting his opponent. So, why is Chen Shen not worth it? Don't talk nonsense, Sister King Ai, I'm investing, I want to make money. Then don't regret it? I don't regret it. The internet is in an uproar, and on Weibo, not only ordinary people, but also some celebrities have updated their Weibo. Who understands me? I think some people are over-speculating. The love variety show is so popular that it will go down in history in the variety show section. I really like everyone in it. When I watched it for the second time, I found some details. In fact, Chen Shen really tried hard to protect others. Xiaozhou, who you always laughed at, was finally liked by many people. Then Chen Shen himself didn't want any popularity. If it were me, I would do my best to help if someone bullied me after I came down. This is a Weibo post by an actress. I am a bit crazy. Everyone knows that I always say what I have to say. At Huanyu Media, why did you provoke him? This is a Weibo post by Yu Zhongqian. Su Mian raised a sign, which seemed to add some new elements to the incident. Someone with ulterior motives directed the conflict between Huanyu and Chen Shen to Su Mo and Xiaoqing Ai. Now Su Mian has also joined in. What do you say? 3 women stand in the open to fight for Chen Shen? Isn't it a bit too sci-fi? Su Mian raised a sign, diluting the so-called dispute between Su Mo and Xiaoqing II. In the VIP area of the coffee shop in Yuhan Hotel, Chen Shen met Tan's hiking for the third time. Chen Shen was typing away on his computer, while Tan's hiking was sitting opposite him looking at her phone. Both of them were much more casual. After watching the excitement online, Tan's hiking looked at Chen Shen. "Hey, you called me here but you don't want to talk about anything. I'm almost done with my coffee." Chen Shen hit the enter key and looked at Tan's hiking. Tan's hiking's phone vibrated. She picked it up and saw that it was an email from Chen Shen. "What is this?" "The script." "The script?" Chen Shen nodded. "The pressure is a bit high. There are some things I have to do in advance. You came to me to seek a breakthrough in the project. I stayed up late every day during this period, and finally came up with a movie script that is outstanding in structure but simple in shooting. You are the leader of the Penguin Entertainment section, and you have experience in film and television projects." Tan's hiking was a little confused. She originally thought that Chen Shen came to her to talk about him and Huan Yu. Tan's hiking was mentally prepared to be shown off by Chen Shen. "Last time I asked him 3 questions, but I obviously missed one. Su Mian came out at this time, which was a good idea. It instantly overshadowed the so-called dispute between Su Mo and Xiaoqing II, and slowly evolved into the so-called friendship of a love variety show. Of course, those who support the CP are still supporting them, and those who complain about Chen Shen are still complaining, but the mainstream direction of public opinion has changed from some malice to goodwill. I'm just being paid to be on a dating show. Why do you choose me?" Author, Qingzhou Se. Chapter 282. You can still write scripts at this time? "No, when will you be able to write scripts?" Tan's hiking asked with a frown. "Chen Shen, I suppressed it." Tan's hiking rolled her eyes and took a sip of coffee before confirming, "You have to do some things in advance." "What do you mean? Do you really want to win Huan Yu?" Chen Shen nodded, "Yes." Tan's hiking began to lower her head in thought, but it was a bit ridiculous for Su Mo to do this. Now Su Mian has joined in. Both parties themselves are very powerful. Even if they bought Huan Yu impulsively, they have already done so. Should the people behind them consider giving it a try as an investment? It was obviously a very absurd thing, but now it seems to be less absurd. "You're not worried about being watched now, are you?" Chen Shen asked again. Tan's hiking glanced at Chen Shen. Even if he didn't worry about which pot he didn't open, it would still be a failure. "Can I ask you a few more questions?" "You ask." "Zhao Jingquan has been running Huayu for more than 20 years. If he loses his temper and seeks foreign aid, how will you respond?" "Sister Mo has a way." "Do you think Vanguard Capital will take action?" "Well, even if they are not optimistic about it, they will not allow Sister Mo to be bullied by others. Even if it fails, they will pay the bill, because Pilot Capital is family capital." Tan's hiking was a little surprised. Of course she knew the attributes of Vanguard Capital. The fact was that most of the so-called financial bloggers on the internet were just people who wanted to gain fame and reputation and could not get on the stage. As Chen Shen said, even if Su Mo is messing around, her family will pay for it if she only acts up occasionally. Tan's hiking was surprised that Chen Shen seemed to have thought about it. Chen Shen's chat today also seemed very formal. "So, you are under pressure to directly consider what will happen after taking over Huan Yu? Is it possible? Is it a bit too whimsical?" "To say the least, even if Zhao Jingquan can't find foreign aid, he won't be able to deal with it, and then he will leave Huan Yu. What makes you think he wants to cling to joy?" Chen Shen smiled and said, "Maybe I wouldn't stick to it before, but I will now." "Why?" "Because he will not be unable to find foreign aid, and for him, he is not willing to give up. Zhao Chunshen's project has just been established." Tan's hiking began to think again, what does it mean that he can't find foreign aid? Zhao Chunsheng. Wait, Tan's Hiking raised his head. I, Zhao Chunsheng, am not the one you asked him to go to, right? Chen Shen looked at Tan's Hiking and said nothing. He was not pretending to be an expert. The incident itself was abrupt, and the backstabbing that was exaggerated on the internet made it reasonable. He was waiting for Tan's Hiking to digest it. I should have thought of it earlier. Not to mention that Xiaoqing I didn't answer Zhao Chunsheng's phone calls, and he didn't answer my calls. Maybe you and Su Mo had planned the acquisition of Huanyu. Tan's Hiking said this to herself, then raised her head looking at Chen Shen. Hey, are you guys going a little too far? I came all the way from Pengcheng, is it easy for me? And then I watch you two acting like a prostitute? Chen Shen burst out laughing. I really don't mean that. Tan's Hiking leaned back on the chair, her head a little confused. She confirmed Chen Shen's intention of letting her stay in Yuzhou for a few days. From the perspective of hindsight, he said that he was optimistic about Huanyu. You can believe it, so he thought about buying Huanyu. This matter is very unreasonable, but these unreasonable things are reasonable for Chen Shen. For example, Chen Shen did not pay for the acquisition of Huanyu. Even if it were done, what would you get? The same goes for Su Mo. You bought Huanyu and you don't understand the entertainment industry. How can you invest in this kind of investment? What did Chen Shen pay for? What a lovely love. Is this Xiaoqing I still going up? Su Mian is the same. What happened to each of these? What about my proposal? Tan's Hiking came to her senses. What proposal? Chen Shen smiled and said, you can't go back empty-handed, foreign aid. Tan's Hiking was really confused. All she could think about was Chen Shen and the four girls. Chen Shen was very open with her about this matter. Others didn't know, but Su Mo couldn't be deceived so easily, right? But why can we still get along so smoothly? So much so that she couldn't keep up with Chen Shen's rhythm. After reacting for a while, she glared, even a little angry, and kicked Chen Shen under the table. Isn't it a bit too much? You mean me, go to Huanyu and work as a foreign aide for Zhao Chunsheng? Chen Shen, business talks in business. You should know that I have a good relationship with the car guide. He spoke for me during the press conference, not to mention Zhou Gaikan, and Chen Tianhui is also an old friend, but he is more professional. Count on it. Are there many people who already favor me? Yang Qingqing stayed in Huanyu because of Zhao Chunsheng's project. I actually created that project. I met Yan Jiachao in Hongdian and had a good impression. I have contacted several core people. Zhao Jingquan will definitely look for foreign aid, but most people don't dare to save Huanyu in this situation, so he will definitely look for you. In fact, you will most likely be tempted, but I hope you can remain neutral. Chen Shen showed off his cards. This time, he asked Tan's Hiking to leave early. As long as Zhao Jingquan didn't want to give up his joy, he would definitely find a way. From Zhao Jingquan's perspective, do he have many cards in his hand? There were so many that he could not give up his joy. Zhao Chunsheng's project will start immediately. Chen Shen's contract is still in his hands. Su Mo comes in again, and now Su Mian. Huanyu used to be rubbish, and it's hard to say about Huanyu now. The situation is complicated. Most people don't dare to gamble, because Zhao Jingquan's cards seem to be only Zhao Chunsheng in his hand, and the rest are still on the table. It is inevitable that Zhao Jingquan will talk to Penguin. Tan's Hiking looked at Chen Shen for a long time without speaking. He came all the way to take Chen Shen down, but not only did he fail, but now he wants to get himself involved. But what Chen Shen said makes sense. I can't go back empty-handed, right? When Chen Shen mentioned this, Tan's Hiking seemed to think of the scene of Zhao Jingquan looking for her. These cards are not safe for others, and they are not safe for you, Tan's Hiking. Chen Shen, you have contacted Su Mo, who is also from your Pengcheng, and Zhao Chunsheng has cooperated with Penguin on a project. I, Zhao Jingquan, came to surrender, and you, Tan's Hiking, didn't accept it? Tan's Hiking sighed, it was really embarrassing. This book also took the opportunity to find Huan Yu to cooperate. Tan's Hiking pointed to her mobile phone. Chen Shen smiled and said, you can draw inferences from one example, you are really smart. Tan's Hiking stood up, walked a few steps outside and then stepped back, lowered her head and whispered in Chen Shen's ear, if you dare to cheat me, I will tear you apart. After Tan's Hiking left, Chen Shen slowly leaned back to the chair and took out his phone. Xiaoqing Ai's Weibo was updated. She said congratulations to Mian for becoming the fourth largest shareholder of Huan Yu, and then attached a screenshot of her chat with Su Mian. Similar to the conversation between Chen Shen and her, Su Mian also asked her to help post a Weibo, and said, come on, Sister Mo, come on, Chen Shen. Chen Shen had a smile on his face. This kind of support from Su Mian was unexpected. In Chen Shen's eyes, Mian was a simple girl, and it was understandable that Xiaoqing Ai posted a Weibo. Didn't she say that she played games with Xiaoqing Ai some time ago? The main thing was that there was a point, and this way of posting a Weibo was like responding to herself. Why not find Sister Mo? She was just a coward. As Tan's Hiking said, Mian's placard relieved the pressure from the outside world on Sister Mo. Thank your mother for me. I won't let her lose money. Chen Shen sent a WeChat message to Su Mian. Su Mian replied quickly. My mother said no need to thank me. She told you to keep going. Old Su is holding a family meeting for us. He is so angry. He.